Hi, Gracie.
It worked. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Oh, I'm really good, thank you. I've been sitting here watching this screen for like 5 minutes. Like, don't miss it. Don't miss it.
Yeah. Even me. I was watching the clock. I even told George, make sure you give me a call before 2:15 to make sure that
Oh, bless you.
the
My
two little
plans
ones.
have changed as well. Are your children at home with you?
Yeah, they're both at home, and my
Oh,
he's not feeling very well as well, but he's
oh
okay. He's
no.
but so
Oh,
if you
bless
see
you.
running in here, then that's
This is
me.
what I done. I actually barricaded myself with the cot.
Oh
So I
yeah,
put my cot against the door and I'm like, girls, please don't come in. I just need 15 minutes just by myself.
yeah,
It's
right,
so nice to meet you. Obviously, we've spoken a lot on Instagram.
exactly.
Um, but it's so lovely to actually see you. I was watching on your grid, you done like a video. Was it in Margate?
Uh,
Outside, like a thing of like carrots.
yeah, it was in not in Margate. I'm not sure exactly where we were, but we were
Uh,
just at one of the supermarkets.
yeah.
But it was about clarity on what Be Unique does and who we are. So
Yeah.
it was the first ever video for Be Unique. So
Oh,
we were nervous, just like this is the first
oh,
ever.
you're such a natural, honestly. You just look so cool, calm. I was like, yeah, she's cool. She's very cool.
So thank you. But
Oh,
thank you so much for agreeing to come on here. It's going to be really brilliant to interview you and get an insight how you think music
yeah.
can impact mental health. So this week is actually Children's Mental Health Week, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a great time to kind of bring this into topic. Although
Yeah.
mental health is every single day, it's not just one week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really great to meet you, Gracie, and thank you so much for coming on. And
Oh, you're welcome.
hopefully you'll come on another live with us maybe in the future, maybe you and the whole
Yeah,
band.
me and Alex, that'd be amazing. He can bring his guitar. I can do some singing. That'll be fab.
Yeah, that would
It's
be
just me
brilliant.
today, though. This
Great.
lighting is so bad for my grey hair. So I didn't realise just actually how grey I am. But I'm due to go to the hairdresser soon. Look at that.
Trust
Oh
me, you
my
look
goodness me.
beautiful.
Oh
It's
dear.
absolutely beautiful.
Oh,
Uh,
thank you.
okay, so do you want to start by telling us a bit about Gracie and the Booms and who you are?
Yes, so I mean, it's always that kind of joke. I'm Gracie, and Alex is the boom. He brings the boom to the room. I actually met Alex, I think it was about 20 years ago.
Okay.
So when we were like teenagers, and he used to work at the Winter Gardens, which is really sad that it's closed down now. It's not. It's no longer open, I think.
Okay.
It's a theatre, and I was actually a professional dancer. So
Oh,
before I was a singer, I used to do ballet, tap, and jazz. And I met him, he was on the door, and I was the dancer. And then we went to college, and I remember sitting in the college room and looking over, and I was like, I'm sure I know that guy. And it was Alex. So we done our college course together, and then we went to uni together, and then we kind of went our separate ways, and then kind of refound each other and sort of made the band. And the band's been going now for, I think it's 11 years this year. So yeah, it's crazy. 11 years, it's gone so fast as well, so fast.
must have a lot of stories, adventures you guys have
Oh
been
my
on.
gosh, we've had so many stories. I think if we could take £1 for every time people say, are you married? Are you together? We are just literally best friends, like brother and sister. But I think we'd be rich by now. So many people are like, are you guys married? No, we're just brother and sister, best friends. But we've had like the best year. I think last year it was a really tough year because we were originally a three-piece band. We had a drummer.
Yeah.
And for her own personal reasons, she left, and we wished her all the best. She was such a talented lady. So we were like, what's going to happen? Are we going to end up finishing, or can we do it as a two-piece? So yeah, I think last year was really a tough year, but a really good year for us.
Okay, great. And Gracie, how would you say COVID affected? Do you think COVID
Oh
affected?
God. Yeah, massively. I mean, we had so many weddings that were like rescheduled. I actually had a baby in lockdown, so that was an interesting experience.
Yeah.
That definitely tested my mental health, giving birth by myself, which was
Yeah.
a very interesting story. But yeah, I think it really did affect everybody, you know, like music brings people together. It
Yeah.
creates memories, you know, weddings, like we're so lucky to be part of people's special days. So when COVID hit and we weren't allowed out, we're playing in bars, we're meeting people. It was really lonely, I think, really lonely.
Oh, at least you're kind of back out there, getting back to see
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
enjoying just being together, isn't it? Really bringing the community
that's
together.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
about the baby as well.
Oh, thank you.
COVID time. Oh,
Yeah,
she must.
she's 2.5 now. Oh gosh. She's, yeah, I've got 4 girls, and she is, I mean, she's absolutely crazy. She's just in this whole thing about Frozen, you know, the Disney musicals. At the moment, it's all about Frozen. Frozen
Yeah.
dress, Frozen songs. I think I've watched it like 75 times, but
Oh,
it's good fun, as you know, being a parent. There's never a dull moment, is there?
there is never. My little boy, Leo, he's autistic, and
Oh,
wakes up from the moment he wakes up in the morning till the moment he goes to bed, he's full of energy. He's such
oh
a
my gosh.
lovely.
Oh, that's so special. You must be so tired, but I think it's quite rewarding, isn't it, being a mother of an autistic child, because they are very clever. They're very switched on.
So
Very clever. You find he's very clever at certain things, like one thing that he's really good at, or is he?
yeah,
Quite?
he's very good at, for example, distracting your attention, and whatever he wants,
Ah,
get it.
right, yeah.
Yeah, he's very, very cheeky. The way I describe him, very cheeky, very lovely, and very
Oh,
yeah. But
energetic.
yeah,
You don't need to go to the gym. You can just look after Leo. Leo is your gym. You don't need to run around. You don't need to go to the treadmill.
trust me, I don't anymore because I'm at the gym at home already. But it's the best. The best. We have the best adventures. So yeah.
Oh, bless you. That's so lovely.
Yeah. So what about music? How would you say? What impact would you say, or is there an impact on your how your children have kind of got involved with music from you being a musician yourself?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I think, well, from a personal sort of experience, my eldest has started secondary school, so she's in year 7. And throughout her primary school journey, she was always she did struggle, but nothing was ever really picked up.
Okay.
And now that she's at secondary school, she's under the SEN. You probably have heard of it. It's like a special educational needs.
Yeah.
So she does have some sort of problems. So for me, I think when she's feeling overwhelmed, when she's feeling anxious, she will go. I mean, I've got a really big 3-story house, so she lives on the top floor. She will go to her bedroom, she will shut the door, and the music goes on. It's almost like it's her therapy. And I was quite similar, because when I was younger, my brother died when I was 4. And I think at the time I didn't realise it because I was so young. But looking back now, I was forever in my bedroom with a notepad and a pen, writing my poems. And the poems, they would become stories. Then a story would become a song. And I think, you know, if you can find your safe space with music, it's almost like a diary. You know, you can put your thoughts from your brain that you can't always vocalize down onto paper, and listen to music. Music creates memories. You know, it can be good or bad memories. You know, thinking back from breakups and partners and holidays, it really brings up a whole loads of memories and atmospheres.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So what type of song would you say helps you positively when you listen to music? What kind of songs are you? What song has your heart?
You know what? I think I'm the worst musician, because I don't often because I sing so much. I do lots of peace and quiet time. So if I'm in the bath, I will just be in the bath. I won't have a lot of music. But growing up, I was massively into Alanis Morissette. I loved her. She was my favourite singer. Her and Amy Winehouse. And I think because they write so autobiographically, I really feel like you're in their story. So they write about breakups and boyfriends and just real life things that have happened. That's the kind of songs that I really, really love to listen to and to sing. Like Amy Winehouse is probably my favourite person to sing. I did used to do like a band of hers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we only done 2 or 3 gigs, but it was so difficult because it's, you know, you have the brass section, you have the bass, you have the keyboards, you have the drums, and it's so big to get everybody together. So we only done 2 or 3 gigs. But I'd say she's probably my most perfect singer. I love her, and just her stories and the way that she used to perform them. She was just so authentic. She was just her, you know. I do love a lot of R&B. Yeah, I like the girl groups and stuff, but they're kind of mechanicalized. It's they're put on stage to give out some kind of message. But Amy Winehouse was just so real, I think, in my opinion.
She was kind of singing from her heart, I would say, like literally
Yeah,
her
definitely.
own experiences. And
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I used to like Amy Winehouse a lot, actually. I liked
yeah.
her rehab, actually, a lot.
Oh,
Yeah.
song.
But I used to live actually down the road from her. So when she
Oh
actually popped
gosh.
Camden Town, so
Oh,
when she passed away, we actually went outside of Amy Winehouse's house where they were holding like the vigils, like putting the candles, and people traveling from all over the world.
my
Um,
God.
yeah, so
That was like such an experience. I never actually got to see her live. That was my one regret.
yeah,
And I was actually pregnant with my eldest daughter when she died. I remember I was driving back from, I think I was driving back from London, had a big old bump, and I was driving in I used to have this old like Jeep, like 4x4 car. It was completely broken. Driving down, and this, like, it came on the radio, and I was absolutely just distraught. I never got to see her live ever. But I mean, I watched DVDs, but it's not the same, is it? But not the same as watching somebody live. But
it's not the same. It's
yeah,
not the same. She was such a loss, to be honest.
yeah,
When
27 as well, so young.
massive loss.
Yeah,
But yeah, so okay, great. So Amy Winehouse, you enjoy.
but
So tell me, Gracie, what advice would you give to any parents in terms of how they can help to encourage their children get into potentially help them with their mental health? Because obviously mental health can be impacted by music in both a negative way and a positive
yeah,
way. Today we're actually on to talk about the positivities and how we can get children involved in music. And you'll
yeah.
probably want to kind of give us an insight into that.
Yeah, I mean, having 4 children, it's hard work. Having 4 girls is very, very difficult. But I think from my experience, I think music's always been a positive impact because, you know, when you're pregnant, when the baby is inside your tummy, you're encouraged to play music to them, like through the womb. And then for me personally, when I gave birth, I had music because it just calmed me down, because it is a really scary experience, especially when I've got a set of twins, and one was natural, one was emergency C-section. So having that music, it just put me into my kind of Zen headspace. And I was like, I can do this, I can do this. I think also just to have music accessible, like in your household. Like I have really fond memories of me and my mum growing up. Like my mum's no longer with us. But it keeps glitching, it keeps like cutting out. I didn't hear what you just said, sorry.
1 second, Gracie. I'm just
Have we got a little one on the screen? Who is this?
actually be
Oh
on
my gosh! Hello. Oh my goodness me, you're gorgeous. Look at that cheeky grin. Oh my.
Hello.
Oh, so gorgeous. Hello.
He was actually fast asleep, so I thought I'll be able to do it now.
Jump on quick. Yeah.
Yeah. He wants to join the video. He wants to be involved
You
in
know,
the
if you ever get that 5 minutes quiet time, if you've just sat down to eat your dinner or have that cup of tea, they're going to wake up.
Yeah.
100% every time.
And I'm so surprised my other one, the 7-year-old Leo, hasn't run in yet. I'm so surprised.
Yeah.
Normally does.
Oh, bless him. He's been a good boy. Has he got like an iPad or something? Does he sit and watch telly or?
But our TV actually broke down the other day, so we've just got a new one yesterday. So he's actually in there watching his snail movie called Turbo, I think it is.
Oh, bless him.
He loves snails, so.
Oh, I love snails. I wish I could be a snail.
Yeah.
You could just have your house on your back.
Yeah.
It'd be there. It'd be so easy.
I want to as well. Your head out somewhere.
Yeah. Slow pace.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. I'm distracted now by your gorgeous baby. I don't even know where we were. I think we were talking.
So I was asking, what advice would you give to parents on how they can encourage children to use music as a kind of, let's say, a therapy, or to positively impact their mental health?
Yes, I think what I was saying was that I personally have very fond memories of me and my mum like dancing around to music when I was a little girl. She passed away sort of 3 years ago. So for me to have those memories of, my mum was into, do you remember Dina Carroll? Back in the day, like 25 years ago, I'd say. Mariah Carey, all like divas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was 3 years old when it was around. Yeah.
Oh gosh, yeah. So she was into all that kind of music, and she'd always have like a joss stick lit. So
Okay.
smells, I used to remember all these smells, and we'd always have music on. And I remember just dancing around the living room with my hairbrushes, my microphone, you know, singing along. And I think just to have that accessible music, you know, have it in the household, have it in the car. You can use it as a safe place to go for children if they're struggling to put their thoughts and feelings down, or just to be able to speak to people. Use music. It's almost like a therapy, I think, and just have it to hand, you know. Like I said with my eldest daughter, with Indy, if she is having a moment where she's just too much overwhelmed and she starts to get flustered, I say, right, go to your bedroom, close your door, music. And it works. It really does work.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to use music as therapy, and it's great that it's working for your daughter as well.
Yeah.
Does she have kind of is she inspired by you kind of to move off into the music industry as she gets older? Do you have that kind of conversation she wants to do?
Well, they're all of my girls all say, Mum, stop singing, stop singing. I don't even realise that I'm just always singing. Washing up, I'm singing, you know, on the phone, I'm humming away. But I think Indy, her father, he's a bass player in a band.
Yeah.
So she's kind of got music in her blood, and she's very talented, but she's very shy. She doesn't have a lot of confidence. She's a really good drummer. She can drum, she can play the bass, she can play the guitar, she can sing. Like, I remember in lockdown, we'd have like baths together, and I'd sing a song and then she'd harmonise to the song. She's so talented. But with Indy, it's just the confidence. But I think now that it's being picked up with the SEN, the special educational needs, she's definitely getting that extra support at school. So hopefully that will kind of give her more confidence. But I think she's going to be a footballer. She's a real tomboy. So she's massively into football. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I never went on to do it. I ended up in a career in HR, which was great.
Oh, really? Interesting. yeah, but you wanted to be a footballer.
Yeah, I wanted to be a footballer, a doctor, a vet, a teacher. I wanted everything, but I ended up resources, and then obviously now starting up my own business. But yeah, it's brilliant. If she wants to be a footballer, just pushing her, it would be amazing.
I do. I just leave her to do her own kind of thing. She's kind of struggled with her identity a lot because she does often get mistaken for a boy. So that does play on her mental health at school. You know, the girls are like, why are you in the girls' toilet? You're a boy. So, but I've always given her the freedom. You know, I've always supported her. If you want to be a ballet dancer, if you want to be a football player, you be whoever you want to be. And she's actually just been signed to a professional team. So all of her skills have gone to really good use. She's really enjoying it. And I think I'm really seeing her like blossom and like flourish. She's really coming out of herself. So that's really positive.
Brilliant. Congratulations. Tell her be unique, say congratulations.
Oh, thank you so much. I will do.
Oh, good. And what side of things as well, playing the football matches obviously has a good impact on her mental health. You know, exercise is great for mental health and keeping a fresh mind. So it's great that she's involved in that.
Yeah, definitely. It releases all the endorphins, doesn't it, when you go out there and get fresh air, do your exercise. It's good for the mind and the soul. I wish I had more time to go and do some exercise, but I think running around after the 4 kids, that's enough. I don't need any more exercise.
Yeah, just 1 second, Gracie. I'm so sorry. My kid here now.
No, you're fine. I've got my cup of tea. It has gone slightly cold, but it's okay.
Good boy. Close the door, baby. Good boy.
I have Leo joining now as well.
So that's what it's like at home doing a live with 2 little ones off school running around. So, but
this is why on Wednesday I can do it, because Nancy was so poorly, and she's quite clingy anyway. But she got sent home from nursery. She had a temperature, and I thought, there's no way. It'll just be mummy. Bless her. There's so much going around, isn't there?
Yeah, exactly. Leo actually vomited last night, or maybe too much information.
Oh, it's fine. Mums, we're used to it.
Yeah, he was sick last night, so he seems to be full of energy again now, but back to his but yes, so Gracie, it was really brilliant talking to you and you coming on here talking about mental health and how music has an impact. As I said, we really love you to come on again with your band or
definitely
any other topics around mental health, equality, diversity. It would be really brilliant we honestly cannot thank you so much for
Oh,
coming.
honestly, it's my pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah.
Before I go, I want to get a picture of us. I think I'm going to work out how to just snapshot it, just for
Um,
promotion. Is that okay? So
yeah.
if we can just do like a cheese, I'm going to try and snapshot it. Right. Excuse my bed. It's got my pillows on it. Right. Are you ready? Hang on.
Okay.
Look, use I get baby in there. Yeah, I think I've done it. There we go. Perfect. I can put it onto my my page. Thank you so
Brilliant.
much for having me. And stay in touch and keep doing what you're doing. It's brilliant. It's putting such a positive
You
spin
keep
on
doing,
everything.
yeah, you keep doing what you're doing, Belle, through your music, and really, I'm wishing your little girl the best with everything. And
Oh,
yeah, it's been good to have you, and we'll definitely stay in touch. And thank you so
yeah,
much again.
you're
Okay.
welcome. I'll speak to you soon.
See
I
you soon,
don't know how to
Gracie.
turn this thing off. I'm going to leave it to you because otherwise I'll end up somewhere else in someone else's
Yeah,
group chat.
that's
Thank you.
off now. Thank you, everyone, for watching.
Thank you. Bye bye.